Hello everyone and welcome back to the trash, and today we are going to take a look at the Tough as Nails season 3 cast. And you know how this works, I just got to do it every single time. There's a new cast revealed for Tough as Nails. I got to cover it. That's just how it is now. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 was good, but it did not live up to season 1. So let's hope season 3 here gets us back on track with Tough as Nails being amazing. So let's start off the cast here. I have the cast pulled up on CBS.com. I'm gonna read through their bios. I'm gonna tell you what I think. And yeah, let's start with Christine Connors. All right, she's an iron worker, age 29, from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Current residence is Glendora, California. 3 words to describe you: ambitious, funny, and hardworking. What do you do? I erect steel buildings, connect them, rig them, and weld them. All right, Christine. What is a typical day like for you? Long, hard working hours. Heavy lifting, working at heights, welding. Alright. It sounds just about right for Tough as Nails. What would people be surprised to learn about your job? That women make great welders. Tara Davis proved that in Tough as Nails Season 1. What work-related build structure or event are you most proud of? I welded a whole school building by myself in California. Nice. I'm proud of every building I helped put together. A piece of me will stand long after I'm gone. What are you competing for? I'm here for myself and family and prove that women aren't weak. We are tough. Yeah, we have not had a female Tough as Nails winner yet. Why do you want to win? Winning Tough as Nails would change my life. I would be able to finally be okay financially. And awesome. What makes you Tough as Nails? I don't let obstacles stand in my way when I want to do something. I go out and do it no matter what. Being tough isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional too. Alright. That is Christine Connors. Feeling pretty good about her chances, but she kind of gives me Tara vibes. I don't know why, just because of the welder stuff, maybe. I'm not sure. Or Miles from Season 1. He was also a welder, I think. Next up, we have Kalimba Edwards. I hope I'm saying that right. She's a fire captain, age 43, Minneapolis, Minnesota. 3 words to describe you: determined, passionate, and authentic. What do you do? I'm a fire captain. What's a typical day like for you? I arrive at work, check air bottle and masks, relieve my partner, fill out station journal, call chief to report our numbers and see what's in store for the day, train, EMS training, fight fires, save lives, cook meals, and clean. Awesome. What would people be surprised to learn about your job? 80% of our calls are EMS. We are the first to arrive on anything from heart attacks to shootings. What work-related build structure or event are you most proud of? Any call where I can make a difference and my crew goes home safe. Awesome. Who are you competing for? My boys, Ty and Meki. My mom, also for myself, and every little girl who grew up thinking they weren't enough. Why do you want to win? Winning this money would mean I could help my mom so she can retire after 40 years running her own daycare. I would like to see her enjoy life and maybe have someone taking care of her for a little while. That's awesome. What makes you tough as nails? I've been through just about everything, and yet I keep pushing through. All right, Kalimba. I'm getting some good feelings about Kalimba. Who's been a young from season 1 was a firefighter. So I don't think anyone from season 2 was a firefighter. So we're going back to that side of things. All right, Sarah Hamm, cement mason, kind of like Liz from last season. Age 30. Current residence is Queens, New York. 3 words to describe you: determined, hardworking, and adventurous. What do you do? Build and restore structures using cement to guarantee stabilization and provide strength so that buildings can be around for many years. What is a typical day like for you? A typical day is heavy lifting, mixing cement, and doing demo. I use grinders, chipping guns, and other power tools often, so it requires that you are aware of your surroundings and keep the job site safe. What would people be surprised to learn about your job? Some people might be surprised to learn that there is more science to masonry than it might look like. For different kinds of cement mix for different environments, installing rebar, measuring, etc. What work-related build structure or event are you most proud of? I am most proud of not just completing trade school, but doing well and finding my passion that wakes me up every day. My favorite projects are always hospitals and public libraries because that's the way I'm able to give back. That's cool. Who are you competing for? Competing for my nephews who grow up to respect women and their strengths, so my niece isn't afraid to dream outside the box in life, and for my gramps who fuels me to keep pushing through adversity every day. I'm as tough as nails. I'm tough as nails because I don't quit in challenges. I'm always looking for ways to grow as a person, and because I haven't always chosen the most popular or acceptable route. But I've embraced the obstacles and still pushed forward because I'm determined. All right, so we got a lot of determination in Sarah Hamm. Could give some Meryl energy from last season. That's what I'm looking at it. All right, Lamar Edwin Hanger. He's a carpenter. Pretty serious looking carpenter. Age 54, hometown Orange County, California. Current residence Eastville, California. 3 words to describe him are motivated, positive, and teachable. Retired 31-year skilled professional union carpenter. Okay. What's a typical day like for you? A typical day for me is staying active, exercising, and working on home projects. What would people be surprised to learn about your job? A lot of times the person will think a union carpenter performing wood framing. However, 95% of my work as a union carpenter was working with metal studs and freeform lath, which are the fake rocks that you will typically see walking around theme parks throughout Southern California. What work-related build structure or event are you most proud of? Disneyland, the remodel of the Beverly Hills Hotel, and Petco Park San Diego Padres, just to name a few. All right, Lamar, showing off, Ari. Who are you competing for? I'm competing for my family as well as my union family, Southwest Regional Council of Carpenters, United Brotherhood Carpenters. Want to win, proving myself for what I'm capable of achieving in life. You've done plenty of that. Waking up 6 days a week, contending with long hours, long distances within Southern California, and staying strong both physically and mentally, strapping on my tools and receiving the opportunity to work on some of the most iconic buildings in Southern California for 31 years and never once complaining. All right. So, last season we did not have anyone in their 50s, I don't believe. I believe the oldest people were late 40s. So, Lamar is bringing back some of that old spirit we had in season 1. We had Lee in season 1, who was like in his 60s. Michelle, I believe she was in her 60s. So Lamar is definitely probably one of the oldest people on the cast, I would imagine. We'll see. Because I hope there's like another Lee or Michelle here. Alright, Jerome Kapuka. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's a heavy equipment operator, age 48, Iwa Beach, Hawaii. Alright, so we got more Hawaii representation. Last season we had Zeus, who was Hawaii representation, and this season we have Jerome. I don't think we've ever had a heavy equipment operator on Tough as Nails, but I might be wrong on that. 3 words to live by. Always live Pono, living righteous, doing what's right, no negativity, all positive. So that's different than the other one. Hold on. The other ones were 3 words to describe you. He's got 3 words to live by. So maybe that's something that, I don't know. Typical day like for you, go to work on a new subdivision project been working on for about a year now. Putting in all the infrastructure, sewer lines, drains, water lines, grading out all the pipes. Alright. If I don't have sports with my granddaughter because I'm her coach, you can find me at a home surf break. Almost every day surfing. I have a few cold ones waiting for the sun. Next day, I do it all over again. This is pretty much what everybody in Hawaii does. Alright. Jerome seems like a pretty chill, laid-back guy. So I'm liking that so far. What work-related project you proud of? 10-year run operating on a project for military housing. Who are you competing for? My daughter. She put me on the show. I had no idea what it was until she told me about it. That was when I got serious. Why do you want to win? Money. In Hawaii, it's very expensive, so we all need this money. Where I'm from, it's hard, even with a good-paying job. What makes you tough as nails? I've done probably every type of construction trade from when I was 17 years old. That's why my daughter, Jere, said I'm tough as nails. All right. Well, Jerome, I have a feeling he could make it far. I'm not too positive on his winning chances, but he seems trying to think of someone to compare him to, and I don't really think there is someone like that. Like, everyone, usually you see on the show people who are just overly focused on the tough aspect, the tough as nails aspect, and they're Most of the cast right here has a very serious look on their face. And Jerome over here is just kind of chill and laid back, He's been working on this project for about a year now, He's not on a super strict schedule or anything, so he's a little bit different than what we usually see. So I'm glad for that. Next up, we got Layla Moore. She's another 54-year-old, the Jill of all trades. Okay, so she's sort of like does it all. That's cool. From Pennsylvania. 3 words to describe you: energetic, resourceful, and positive. Cool. Do a lot of different jobs. Currently do some small engine repair, farm tours, and odd jobs. In the past, I was a marine firefighter, commercial tractor trailer driver, large caliber gunner, restaurant worker, horse farm laborer, machine maintenance and repair, chicken hatchery worker, soldier, military intelligence analyst, healthcare worker, retail hardware clerk, warehouse worker, and varied construction trades. That is a heck of a lot, I will tell you that right now. That's about as many jobs as Debbie had on Survivor Co. Wrong. What is a typical day like for you? I do my best to start every day with prayer, and then I am ready to tackle the day. First thing I do is feed the chickens, who are staring at my back patio door, cup of coffee, stretch out my bag, next down the bar, take care of farm animals. Once everyone's happily munching away, I usually walk the dogs before I get whatever the day holds for me, such as odd jobs, farm work, fixing stuff. Okay. She's writing a lot of paragraphs. People will be surprised to learn about your job. Never know what someone's going to hire me to do. So she's really just like a worker for hire then, because she's had all these jobs. She has experience with pretty much anything. So that could be, because if you've seen my cast assessment on the previous Tough as Nails cast, I threw around the word adaptable a lot, and Layla Moore seems extremely adaptable. She's done it all, and you never know what Tough as Nails is going to throw at you, but that doesn't matter for her because she's done it all. I'm most proud of my time as a military intelligence analyst when I served in Iraq and Afghanistan. Cool. Who are you competing for? I'm not competing for anybody in particular. I just thought it would be an adventure and a chance of a lifetime to be on Tough as Nails. It would be awesome. If I inspire others to be more positive, take a chance, push the limits, and just try something new. All right, Leah. Why do you want to win? I like to compete, and it will be nice to win. I enjoy a challenge and will be happy with whatever the outcome is. I'm here for the adventure. Makes me tough as nails. And we got another paragraph here, but I'll try and summarize it. I attack a task with all my energy, uses life experiences. Sometimes I don't feel positive or calm as I like to be, but no one's perfect. So yeah, Leah's sort of an interesting one here because she's not really competing for anyone in particular. A lot of these people are family people. That's why a lot of the reason why they're on the show is because they're trying to provide for their family, but Leah's just over here having a good time. Kind of like Jerome, laid back in a different way. And I feel like she's a top contender for me. So I'm going to keep an eye out for Leah. And I feel like she could probably win this. Alright, now we have Kelsey Reynolds. 3 words to describe you: energetic, positive, and fun. That's been a lot of people's 3 words, like energetic, positive, fun. Something to that effect. A lot of people have said that, so I've just noticed that. Kelsey, what does she do? She dusts crops in summer month, harvests in the fall months, push snow in the winter months. Anything and everything to keep her busy. Alright, it's a typical day during spray season. I work from sun up to sundown. Fill the helicopter with oil and fuel morning to make sure my maps chemicals are set to have a productive day of farming. Alright, so sort of kind of like Melissa, but sort of different. Melissa from season 1, the farmer. So if there ever is a farm challenge, which there has been in the previous 2 seasons, so I'm assuming there will be this season, keep an eye out for Kelsey. What would people be surprised to learn about your job? That I only help farmers and our food to grow. What are you most proud of? That I never questioned myself and always knew that I could run my own business, and then I got an A+ on my aerial spray license exam. That's cool. Yeah, I never really thought of there being an aerial spray license exam, but I guess you do have to learn from somewhere, so it could be my first true sign from God that I was on the right path and telling me everything was going to be okay. Okay. Who are you competing for? Competing for myself and all small females out there who think they are not mighty enough. You are all mighty. Why do you want to win? I want to win to show myself that I can do it. And whatever you put your mind to, don't stop. Keep reaching. Reach for the stars. What makes you tough as nails? I believe I'm tough as nails because I'm mentally determined. I'm going to keep pushing myself to be better and showing people that all you have to do to get out there is work hard, and your hard work will show. You don't have to be the biggest build, but you just can't stop. Alright, so Kelsey. Elizabeth Rivera. She kind of gives me Liv's vibes, just from that picture. I don't know what it is, but I think Liz and also Linda. So I think she could sort of fill that role of like almost making it to the final round, but not. She's from Washington. She's 37. She's a contractor. Patient, resilient, resourceful. She takes drawings on a piece of paper and makes them exist in real life. That's a cool way of describing that. Typical day like is planning and scheduling. Self-perform all the work. What would people be surprised to learn about your job? I sometimes do the work of 2 or 3 people by myself. What work-related build structure or event are you most proud of? I dug 9 feet underneath the home on a steep hill and constructed a full basement. Awesome. Who are you competing for? My nieces, nephews, and all youth watching. Why do you want to win? So the world can see what it takes to achieve a goal that starts as a vision. What makes it tough is my ability to stay calm and focused during problem solving under stress. Okay, so a lot of her answers are just short and sweet. They're not super long paragraphs like Leah had. But, Elizabeth definitely giving me that sort of Linda vibe, that Liz vibe. And I could see her doing well there on that side of things. Like, I have a feeling she's going to win an individual challenge at some point. I don't know how to describe it, but I do have a feeling she's going to win an individual challenge at some point. Let's go with Alfie P Rivera. All right, so let's look at Alfie here. He's 55, so far he's the oldest person on this cast. What do we got for Alfie? He's a construction supervisor, age 55. Hometown is Santiago, Chile. So I believe this is the first Tough as Nails contestant whose hometown is not in America. That could be interesting. So technically he's the first non-American to compete on Tough as Nails. That's cool. 3 words to describe you: determined, competitive, and tough as hell. That's 5 words, technically speaking, Alfie. What was a typical day like for you? Open job site at 6:30 a.m., oversee construction crews and build companies according to my interpretation of blueprints, and close job site at 4:30 p.m., head to the gym, work out for about an hour and a half, go eat healthy dinner, go home and stretch, and do it again for 5 days a week. Alright. I'm really liking Alfie so far. I don't know about you guys. What would people be surprised to learn about your job? How really intricate it is to have multiple crew, 40 to 60 men, women, all working side by side, with each being a different trade, and it all equals a beautiful building. What work-related build structure or event are you most proud of? Putting Burger King headquarters back together after Hurricane Andrew destroyed it in South Miami, right next to the ocean. Alright, Alfie, the savior of Burger King. Competing for family and personal fulfillment. That's cool. That's a lot of the reason people compete on Tough as Nails. Why do you want to win? Winning is all I know. There is no second place. Alright, Alfie. 3 exclamation points. But it would definitely help secure my family's future financially. I would invest the proceeds into buying and flipping houses. Cool. What makes Tough as Nails? My upbringing through a rough childhood in a tough neighborhood, Liberty City, Miami, and just coming from another country and watching my parents having to fight hard to give us a better life in America. Also the challenges I have had to overcome in my own life from a teenager to now even in my 50s. Okay, Alfie might be my favorite person on this cast, so we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Alfie, he better do well. I'm gonna say that right now. He better be doing well. What we got here? Mike Shaffer. This dude he kind of looks like he's gonna be the, personality-wise, he's gonna be the Scott D. Henry of this season. And he's gonna get a lot of the screen time. He's really gonna have that sort of uplifting personality that really makes the show what it is. So he's a lineman, kind of like Zeus was last season. 32, Brewerton, New York, Mike Shaffer. I like this guy too. I think this guy seems like a really charismatic individual and could really do well in this show. I really hope he doesn't turn out to be like a Lewis or like a Mikey Eyebrows, but I don't think he will. I think he'll much more likely go down the Scott Henry route. 3 words to describe you: perseverance, positive, and humble. What is a typical day like for you? Typical day like for me is working on the line, making sure we keep the lights on. Would people be surprised to learn about your job? People would be surprised to learn about that my job entails working in upstate New York's brutal winters. Who are you competing for? I'm competing for my family, myself, and all my brothers and sisters of IBU Local 97. Why do you want to win? Winning would be amazing. I would love to win for my family. What makes you tough as nails? What makes me tough as nails is working in any type of weather and playing with electricity in my hands every day. Being away from my family for long periods can be very hard at times, but I'm doing it for them. Alright, so Mike and Alfie, they're two of my favorites, along with Leah and Lamar, and I guess Elizabeth. Elizabeth was kind of cool. Now we have two more to go over. We have Tanabe, construction foreman. This dude looks like he's not playing around. He's not playing any games. He's there to win. Alright, and he doesn't... Look at one of his words to describe him as strategic. Hardworking, fast, and strategic. He could bring a lot of strategy to this show. He's another Hawaii resident. Okay, so we have two Hawaii residents on this show. What is a typical day like for you? Waking up early in the morning and think of what needs to get done in the project with the flow of the other trades. What would people be surprised to learn about your job? No surprises, all hard work. Well, Tough as Nails can throw out many surprises, so I don't know if Tak's ready for that. But he said he's strategic, so who knows. Work-related build structure you're most proud of? All the buildings I worked on, okay. He's another one who's got like these short and sweet answers. He's not playing any games. He's not dancing around the subject. He's just straight to the point. He's there to win. Who are you competing for? My family. Do you want to win? To take my family to make my family and Hawaii proud. Okay, so Tough as nails because I give it all in everything I do. Okay, so that's it for Tech. Very short answers, very short bio here, but I do think this guy is probably a threat to look out for. And I think he might make the final three. He's probably the most likely to make the final three. I don't think he's most likely to win, but I do think he's probably most likely to make the final three because he's not playing around. He's not playing any games. Unless you want to say Leah's most likely to make the final three because she's just that adaptable. But we'll cover this in my ranking video. Quincy Walker, age 34. Lamar, South Carolina, currently resides in Florence, South Carolina. 3 words to describe him are humble, hardworking, and compassionate. What do? I pray, I work, I love on my family, I help people, I listen to people, I enjoy every day above ground, not taking anything for granted. This is another one, kind of like Leah, that he writes paragraphs for. I don't know if I'm going to read all this, but I'm going to try to read as much as I can. What's a typical day like for you? My day starts with a thank you to God for allowing me to wake up to a brand new day. I shower, dress, head to work. Once at work, I perform my duties in the safest way possible, no matter the equipment I'm working on, whether it's a locomotive, forklift, overhead crane, or any other mobile equipment that needs to be worked on. And after work, I pick the kids up from school if my wife can't. Once the kids and I get home, we go over school lessons, we play, and have supper with mommy. Mommy bathes the kids for bed while I clean the kitchen or take out the trash. Then we watch reruns of Tough as Nails, it's all caps, and go to bed ourselves. Okay, this guy, he kind of planned out every step of the day, like from when he wakes up to when he goes to bed. A lot of the people didn't do that, they just said hard work or whatever. But Quincy is really putting in the effort to write paragraphs. Kind of reminds me of Kylan from Big Brother 23, who just wrote paragraphs for his questions. What will people be surprised to learn about your job? People will be surprised to learn that I'm always working on something different, so I'm constantly learning new things about myself, expanding my working abilities, and not limiting myself to just one skill. What work-related build structure or event are you most proud of? I'm proud of all things that I've accomplished at work mentally and physically. I'm proud of myself for building a strong foundation under my feet. Because of that, I'm able to work with confidence and continue building great working relationships with my teammates to better myself at doing my job and be readily available in the event that I'm called on to perform any task. He's competing for himself, his family, and his high school teammates that he let down during senior year while playing football for the Upper State Championship. So, a little bit of a redemption arc here. That's going to be nice to see. Are we going to get a flashback to that? Why do you want to win? It's life-changing and will give me redemption and peace of mind that dreams never die as long as you keep the faith and continue to strive for greatness. It makes you tough as nails. His ability to connect with 11 awesome competitors from all different walks of life. Not only to compete with them, but also compete against them and still remain the same humble, hardworking, compassionate person that I am. Being tough is not only about the bronze that people see when they see your statue. It's about having the heart and the willpower to endure a mental and physical challenge and still remain humble no matter the outcome. Okay. So that's Quincy. He seems kind of like Swifty. I'll say that. Kind of like Swifty, kind of like Lee. Sort of that southern type person that they always cast on Tough as Nails. So far, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek here because I will be doing a power ranking video, like I did last season, where I rank these people based on how likely I think they are to win. So stay tuned for that. That's going to come soon. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But so far, what I'm really like seeing stand out here is Leah, Elizabeth, and Tack. I do also like Alfie and Mike, but I don't know their winning chances are going to be good. I like Lamar, but I don't know his winning chances. Same thing with Jerome. But Leah, Elizabeth, and Tack, you can probably expect them to be pretty high on that list when I eventually get around to making it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. What makes you tough as nails? Hold on. I know this is a pet peeve of mine. Let's go back to one of the other ones. Okay, usually the answer to the question is below the actual question, but for Mike over here, it just comes directly after. There's no spacing that differentiates it from the question. That slight annoyance. This is what you got to put up with when you watch my videos. But slight annoyance. But you know, carry on, Mike. What do you do? Commercial carpet. This is another one where the answer just comes right after the question.